All right, welcome back. We know work can be a major source of stress for a lot of people. The U.S. Surgeon General even issued guidance outlining how working long hours, limited autonomy, and low wages may actually be at the heart of the nation's mental health crisis.
Yeah, some psychologists believe that companies have a responsibility to prioritize workplace well-being. Joining us now to talk about it is mental health coach Mindy Barnett. Thanks for being with us. It's nice to see you.
It's so awesome to be in your gorgeous studio.
Yes. Well, let's talk about this, how companies can take a bigger role in employees' mental health, because you hear a lot about work-life balance, but it's not always so easy. Is there a way for companies to help provide that harmony?
There sure is, and it's not the easiest for companies that are super busy and trying to make ends meet, right? But we need to take stock in our employees for sure. One being, creating an environment where people feel heard and they can come to you, and speak to you, and they're having an issue. Starting meetings with a check-in. It's something I actually like to do in my company, and it's something I encourage other, leaders to do as well, where people can feel comfortable that they can share, maybe like a scale of 1 to 10, how they're feeling. And also bringing in coaches or other mental health experts to kind of meet with groups and give them tips and things like that they can take home with them as well as in the workplace.
Sure. That already sounds great, bringing that into the workplace.
Yeah.
So we know that some employees may feel like they're replaceable. So what can the employer do to kind of ease that concerns or show them that they matter? Well,
they do, right? Yeah. And so they need to be heard as a person, not just an employee. So if you take the time, if you're a boss, a manager, what have you, and you take the time, and maybe not every single day because that's just not feasible, right? But you go up to the employee on occasion, kind of rotate it around with your teams and just do a check-in with them. How are you doing? Get to know them. What are your kids up to? If you have kids, how did you spend your weekend? And actually listen and have a conversation instead of, how are you? Oh, good. All right. But how about that report today? Is really important as well. And then also encouraging them to grow their skill set, whether it be taking conferences and things like that, and then implementing that into your day-to-day, into your work culture.
Are there other ways for workplaces to be more inclusive?
Inclusive is so important. So, really embracing diversity, but not just saying we embrace diversity, but being actionable about that. And then doing your best to offer opportunities to employees that, may otherwise not have had these opportunities. Give them a shot. Let them, perhaps apply for promotions and things of that nature, and consider them for opportunities, as well as listen to their input. Ask them questions. They may be quiet in a team meeting because they feel intimidated, or perhaps it's not their place to offer X, Y, or Z, but ask them for input so that they feel that they are needed and they're appreciated and there's opportunity to flourish.
A lot of times when people don't feel like there's opportunity to flourish, they feel like they're in a dead-end job. Yeah. So what can employees kind of do to ease that anxiety or that feeling amongst their employers?
Going to conferences, allowing them to go to such conferences, allowing them opportunities.
And paying for them.
And, well, exactly. Footing the bill for the conferences, that's certainly key, to say the least. But also, bringing people into your company if it's not feasible for you to put someone on a plane and attend a conference across the country or whatever it may be. It's just the things that they can do to kind of grow and learn new skills and contribute to your company. And perhaps if you can only have a budget to send one person in a given quarter, let them come back and do a little lecture or what have you, to what they taught, what they learned, and teach the rest of the team some of the skills that they acquired. Really helps them feel that they are, respected, appreciated, and then there is room to grow.
Let me ask you this. If you have one tip or one way for employees to advocate for themselves, what would it be? Because it's not always comfortable to do that. It can be a little bit scary. What is one good tip for that?
Ask. Make sure you talk to your boss and ask for whatever it is that you're wanting. And then have some, second tip, I'm going to cheat. It's okay. That was A, this is number one. To basically have some evidence to back it up. Why do you deserve whatever you're asking for?
So come with a whole presentation ready.
Here's my PowerPoint.
If you don't ask, the answer's always
you have to ask. You have to
well,
ask. They don't know.
I agree. They can't read minds, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Mindy, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Of course.
And if you need more mental health tips, visit Mindy's mental health coaching practice, mbexecutivehealth.com. All right.